Hey, so I am going to do a mineral makeup application because I haven't done one before, and oddly enough, I got a whole bunch of little sample things of foundation because I was going to try a whole bunch of foundations, and I did. And then I ran out of my foundation and I didn't buy any more. And I'm going to Vancouver soon, and I'm going to buy some foundation, but I'm out. So I've been using my minerals and I've fallen back in love with them. I'm going to show you how to use them. I really only use 3 things. I know there's like a million Bare Minerals things, and depending on the day, I use them all kind of intermittently. So the things that I have are the Max Coverage Concealer Brush, and then the Flawless Face Brush. Now I have all the other brushes and I have all the other accessory things, but this is just the easiest way to do it. So I am fairly light in the Bare Minerals, and this goes for all mineral makeup. It's applied the same way. And you get a little bit in the lid, and I don't tap when I'm doing concealer, the Swirl Buff tap, but anyway. And then I just put the concealer underneath my eyes. This isn't concealer actually, this is just the foundation. I use the foundation for concealer before I do my foundation. Underneath my eyes, around my nose, and I have redness in my cheeks and on my zits and stuff like that. And I already did it. I already concealed. I'm not gonna lie. I already did it. So I use this brush. You can use whatever brush you want. Some people I know use the MAC 187. You can use whatever you want. These ones just came with it, so I thought, hey, why not use it? Now I use quite a bit. I hope you guys can see that, what I put into the jar in terms of the amount, because I use quite a bit because I like a good amount of coverage, and they say on the infomercial and stuff you don't need very much. So then I just swirl it in the lid, and I do tap the excess off now, and then I just literally buff it onto my face in circles. And I find the more that I buff and buff and buff, the more it kind of shines and gives you a little bit more radiance. So again, just putting it in the lid, swirling it, tapping it, and then buffing it on. And you can just keep going. I always go over my eyelids. You can just keep going until you have your desired amount of coverage. The one thing you do need to keep in mind is that even though they claim, it'll never look like you're wearing any makeup, they're lying. I mean, I love Bare Minerals and mineral makeup in general. Don't get me wrong, but it generally, if you keep schlepping her on there, it will look like you're wearing makeup because you are wearing makeup. My favorite little mineral trick, my favorite one, I'm going to back up so I can show you. Fix Plus, spray it on my face quite liberally, and it just doesn't taste very good. Spray it on my hands, get my hands pretty wet. Can you see how glistening they are? And then just press it like this. Now, the reason I do this, you guys are all gonna think I'm crazy, but it literally takes that powdery, makeup-y look away. So if I can get really, really close, I'm gonna turn off my light so I'm not so orange. Really close, you can't really tell as much that I'm wearing makeup or a powdery makeup. It looks like normal skin with a little bit of shine. So that's my trick of the day. Just so you all know, that's really good idea. Fix Plus, you can use Clinique's Moisture Surge spray that they have. You could use Dior, you could use Evian water for less expensive alternative. Then I'm going to take the warmth. This is something that I think just Bare Minerals does. I don't know if every other mineral has. You can see how much is in my lid. I knock it out and I just hit the top of it with my brush because that's so much. And You barely need any of this stuff. That is the truth. And I see a lot of people who are like, warmth made me orange. Well, yeah, if you schlep it on your face, it's gonna make you orange. The same goes for bronzer. I think people just have more respect for bronzer. So anyway, there's my rant for the day. Again, swirl it in the lid, tap this stuff up good, even maybe tap it in your hand. And then I like to put this on my cheekbones, in my halo, and then blend it in. And doing like a 3 on your face is a good way to do it, down the jawline. And I like to go over my nose with this because it's not like a bronzy color. It really is just kind of a healthy, glowy color. So that's how I apply my Bare Minerals. If I put on a blush or something, I just do it over top. And that's it, folks. That's how easy it is. It does take a few steps, but if you have any other questions, put them in the comments down here, and I'll either answer your comment or I'll kind of add to this video. So have a good one, guys. Bye.